Dear students, in this video we are going to discuss about modular coupling. So what is module coupling? So coupling is the measure of the degree of interdependence between the modules. So it indicates how two modules are dependent each other. So how much two modules are dependent each other. So how one module dependent on another module. So that shows the relationship between the modules. So in this diagrammatic representation, there is no dependency among the four modules. So this is called as uncoupled. So coupling, the word coupling refers to the interdependency between the modules. So how one module dependent on another module. It shows the relationship between the modules or among the modules. So that indicates the degree of interdependency between the modules. If there is a higher dependency, we call it as high coupling, and if there is a lower dependency, that we call it as low coupling. There are two kinds of coupling: high coupling and low coupling. So in the first diagrammatic representation, there are four modules, and there is a less dependency among the modules compared to the second diagrammatic representation. Hence, it is called as loosely coupled. Loosely coupled means low coupling. So in the second diagram, it's called as highly coupled. Highly coupled means high coupling. Many dependencies. Yes, you can observe. Mm, there are four modules, but among the four modules, there is a more dependency among the four modules. So in the first diagram shows the only partial dependencies, means less number of dependencies, and second diagram shows more number of dependencies. So that's why the first one is loosely coupled, and second one is highly coupled. Coupled means how two modules are dependent each other, and the relationship between the modules, and the degree of interdependency between the modules. This is called as coupling: loosely coupling, highly coupled. These are the two types of coupling. So actually a good software design will have the low coupling. A good software design doesn't have the high coupling. There should be a low coupling. Low coupling leads to the good software design. Obviously we can expect a good software product. So low coupling minimizes the ripple effect, which means it reduces the effects of changes in one module that cause errors in other modules. So ripple effect means if you do any changes in one module, that will cause the errors in another module. So obviously low coupling minimizes the ripple effect, because the reason is low coupling means less dependencies. The main goal of the module coupling is to achieve or obtain the lowest possible coupling among the modules in software design. In reality, obviously there will be some amount of dependency between the modules. We cannot avoid the dependency between the modules, because in reality one module may dependent on another module, or one module may be dependent on many other modules. So we cannot avoid the coupling, but to some extent we can try to minimize the coupling. So we can to some extent we can try to lower the coupling. So the main goal of the module coupling is to achieve or obtain the lowest possible coupling. We can't say we can avoid the coupling. There will be a coupling, but we can obtain a lowest possible coupling. The coupling is said well if it reduces the ripple effect and the cost in program changes, testing, and maintenance. So these are the merits of low coupling. So low coupling minimizes the ripple effect. Ripple effect means changes in one module that will cause the errors in another module, and it reduces the cost in program changes, testing, and maintenance. So this is the types of coupling: data coupling, stamp coupling, control coupling, external coupling, common coupling, and content coupling. The best possible case is data coupling, and the worst case of coupling is content coupling. Data coupling, as its name implies, the one module, suppose there are two modules A and B. The module A sends or pass the data to module B, or in another case, module B can send the data to the module A. This is called as data coupling. Passing of data between the modules. Stamp coupling: when complete data structure is passed from one module to another module. When complete data structure is passed from one module to another module, that we call it as stamp coupling. Control coupling, as its name implies, only passing of control information. So passing when the completion of one module, automatically the control will be passed to the next module. That means next dependent module. This is called as control coupling. Common coupling, as its name implies, when two modules share the common data, like example global data. Global data are commonly found in programming languages. So common coupling means sharing of common data between the modules. Content coupling. Content coupling is a worst possible case of coupling. So we have to avoid the content coupling as much as possible, because this is the worst case of coupling. We have to uh, we try to avoid this kind of coupling. Content coupling means one module depends upon the internal workings of another module. So that indicates one module is completely dependent on content of the another module. Content means internal working or internal calculation or internal computation. When one module completely depends upon the internal content of another module, that we call it as content coupling. So in coupling, we can expect the high level of coupling, higher level of dependency. So that's why we have to avoid content coupling while designing the software. So these are the types of coupling. So in this session we discussed what is modularity coupling, two types of coupling, and uh, and also we discussed the merits of coupling, and also we discussed loosely coupled and highly coupled, and also we discussed types of coupling: data coupling, common coupling, content coupling, control coupling, and stamp coupling. So thank you.